Mike's Daily Podcast.
Let's see, it's episode 2084?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I don't know. I guess I don't know this show's number. It could be something, I'll guess over or under, I don't know. It's 2082. Wow, that's a lot of shows, my friend. Have you listened to every single one? Are you listening now? Do you hear me now? No? Okay, good. Because the show's called
Mike's Daily Podcast.
I am here in Podcastro Valleymont today, where it's very smoky. Lots of smoke in the air because
Mike's
of this thing called
Daily
fire season.
Podcast.
It's apparently started.
Yeah!
It came in like a lion on July 4th. So bad, something like 110 fires were happening at one point. That's ridiculous. Hey, I'm going to tell you what the podcast picture is, but you just got to give me a second. Gosh! It's been rush all day. It's been a rush day Monday. Just unbelievable. How are you supposed to live life when you're rushing? I'm looking at an interesting moment I had. 6 years ago, I went to a very cool concert that featured a lot of musicians that were trying to make it in the Bay Area. Can I say that any of them made it? No, nothing. But they tried, and that's what matters. Is they kept to their artistic vision and kept performing no matter what. Oh, the podcast picture today is going to be of this cool little house that you see on the 10 Hills Trail. That is, if you are walking in Castro Valley, Podcastro Valley, and that's where we are. We're in Podcastro Valleymont, the last place on Earth located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, last place on Earth. And you will see this interesting house if you are there walking along. And I am going to now tell you.
And here's today's podcast picture.
It's a neat picture because it has to do with a little bit of the Lake Chabot. And it's sort of an homage to Lake Chabot, this big old lake in Podcastro Valley. By the way, Stan Lee's POW Entertainment sells the comic book giant's name post-Marvel IP to Genius Brands. Okay, but Genius Brands International is down 23% after the company's conference call about a collaboration with Stan Lee's POW. Basil, yes. He's walked with me and on top of me on 10 Hills Road many times. That's true. It's a good workout. Yes. But Basil doesn't walk these days. He's in a calm, meditative state most of the time where he goes, yes, I walked quite a bit in the day. But, Mike, I don't care to walk, and I don't care to see Hamilton either, Mike. So please, don't try and force me to do that. Coronavirus can float in the air. And the WHO and CDC should tell people that, experts say. Yikes. Hey, oh wow, I'm going to do a podcast picture today. I'm going to do the video today for on the YouTube, but I can't seem to get this. Over here, there's a call letter sign that I don't want to be seen. Ah, yes. Oh, I have this sign on wrong here. I could tape it over here, but there's nothing to hold it up. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, and we have to hide that too. Let's put that over there. Okay. You can't really see that. Good. Okay. So yes, the podcast picture is of that wonderful hike, and you should get out and walk, and you should get out and see the world, and you should get out and enjoy I should put that over there too, because that's kind of, yeah, okay, we don't show all our trade secrets here at Cafe Anyway. Imagine a noisy, crowded bar. Music is pounding, people are clustered close together, talking loudly, like the people behind me at Cafe Anyway, even though we're all social distancing, at least 8 feet apart, adding that extra 2 feet buffer. Shouting to be heard. If it's cold outside, doors, windows, they're shut tight and the heat is on, or if it's hot out, everything is shut and the air conditioner is circulating the air. This is the perfect situation. This can spread the coronavirus. And here's the thing, too. As I was listening to our governor, Mr. Gavin Newsom, today, who never ends a sentence, he'll stop and he'll pause and he'll give you this much important information and data, but he'll never stop. He keeps going. Thank you for listening to my speech today. Be safe. Have a great day. Have a great evening. I didn't mention enough numbers. He's always got statistics off the top of his head. There's 3,582 bees buzzing around the hive at Podcastro Valley in Podcastro Valley Mont Cafe. Anyway, I'm Gavin Newsom, and he stopped talking. He ran out of... No, that's the tape stopped. Just like it is now on the video thing. Okay, so we'll upload that. But the big talk here is Sam Quinton is really bad at this point. Did you hear about that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that news? That's the thing to about. Yes. And then there's the other stuff about, let's see. We had they've been putting out a lot of citations of restaurants and such in California that have been not social distancing and all that. So Milton is a professor of environmental health at the University of Maryland who studies how viruses are transmitted. And he says that not only can the virus directly pass from one to another in the little droplets that we all spray to one another when we talk, laugh, or sing. That's why they want to ban singing at churches in California as we go outside a cafe anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, Mont. But those little droplets also go up into the air where they can float around for at least for some time. And Milton has helped and led a group of 239 scientists who wrote an open letter to appeal for better recognition of the potential airborne transmission of the coronavirus. The airborne transmission word seems to be loaded, he says. The current guidance from numerous international and national bodies focuses on hand washing, maintaining social distancing, and droplet precaution. Most public health organizations, including World Health Organization, do not recognize airborne transmission except for aerosol-generating procedures performed in healthcare settings. I guess that would be similar to when you get your teeth cleaned and they got the little thing going around that, cleans the teeth and it shoots stuff up in the air. That would be sending water droplets in the air. And my dentist does not do that. And everybody's wearing the face masks at the dentist's office, except for the patient who needs that off so that they can go into the mouth and do all the cleaning and making it nice. Hand washing and social distancing are appropriate, but in our view, insufficient to provide protection from virus-carrying respiratory microdroplets released into the air by infected people. I mentioned last show about my friend Masa, who was talking about how 99% of people will recover from the coronavirus. I don't know if that's verified anywhere. The point should be, though, that there's always going to be, you may be a robust, strong, healthy individual, and this is what Gavin Newsom was saying today with all of his hoarseness and his little impromptu stopping pauses, points in his speech. And he just needs to stop and take a breath and then drink some water. But he feels the need to keep talking and talking and talking until he goes, now a question from NPR. But the fact is, and this is what Gavin said, was, hey, you could be passing that along to someone who can't handle the disease, who can die from the disease. And that's what we got to be considerate about. That's the whole point of all this. Forget about the Target lady who went nuts, who went to the mask section of Target and messed everything up and said she was part of QAnon and that she wanted to be arrested and, oh, you're arresting me because I'm white and I got a $40,000 Rolex. Forget about that. Just remember, we need to be kind to each other and help each other out. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. But look who's here now.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. I like it when you stop talking.
Thank you.
Want to buy a snow globe?
It's not really the time of year for snow globes, but sure, we could pretend the snow globes are ash falling from the sky, because that's what we typically see in the Bay Area anyway, here in California, sadly. Look who else is here. Oh, Mike, this is Floyd the Floorman! And this is John Deere, the engineer. I like that picture of that house. I like the painting on it. Okay, very good. Well, I think we'll end the show because we had a compliment and now we got nowhere else to go. Have a good day.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!